Hi everyone, it's Lindsay and I'm back today with a quick and simple card using the brand new Aloha stamp set from Craft & Desert Divas. So this is one of the smaller stamp sets from Craft & Desert Divas. It is a 2x3 stamp set and it's got this adorable little hula dancing troll in it that I'm going to be coloring today. I'm using my alcohol markers and I'm just going to quickly color her in with just a few various colors. Now this stamp set will be free for a limited time and you have to spend $50 or more in order to get it. You can't purchase this set yet and I don't believe it will be available for purchase until after the 20th. So if you want this set, you need to spend $50 or more and you'll get it for free in your order from Craft & Desert Divas. I will leave the link to the shop below and you can go over and read all the details on that. So for her hair, I wanted it to match the flower, so I'm using some peaches here. I'm keeping this very floral, very springy, and I'm just using a few different peach tones, keeping the darkest towards the base of her hair, going up towards the lighter at the tip of her hair. Now for this stamp set, I'm also going to be using the floral wreath stamp set as well. Now this is the circle wreath that is in that set and the flowers match perfectly with the little flower in her hair, so I just had to use them together. I stamped this out. I had a scrap piece of paper. It's die cut in a circle. I just had that and it fit the stamp. There's no particular reason it's stamped on that. I'll be fussy cutting this out later. So I went ahead and I'm going to color these flowers with the same peaches, and then I'll also be using some different greens on all of those leaves that are in this wreath. Now, I said before that I am going to be fussy cutting all of my images. However, if you have an electronic cutter, Craft & Desert Divas offers SVG files for all of their stamp sets for 99 cents. So, you don't have to worry about that if you have an electronic cutter. Now, I'm going to be using all of these different greens just to give it a little bit more dimension and just for something different on all of these different kinds of leaves that are in this wreath. And I'm ending with my very darkest green on these very large leaves. And once I have those done, I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut not only this wreath, I'm fussy cutting the outside and the center, and I'm also going to fussy cut out my little hula girl as well. There's both of those little images all colored up. Now I went ahead and cut those. I've also used the largest inside scalloped rectangle die, which is brand new this month as well, and I have die cut that from some brown cardstock. I die cut the Shake Your Grass skirt sentiment with a flag banner from the flag banner die set, and everything already has adhesive on it ready to go. Now I wanted to add a little pop of color behind that wreath, so I'm using Cracked Pistachio Distress ink and I am blending straight onto an A2 top folding card base, so I am going to take my time and really build up the color. So you can see that first swipe of color looks like I've put nothing down. I find it best if I really get almost all the color off my ink blender and build up the color rather than going in with the heavy hand. It just works out better for me. So I start very soft and just keep working the color and building it up. Now once I had that completely finished, it took a while and I kept checking to make sure that it got as far out as I wanted it. I wanted it slightly outside that wreath, but very much pigmented right in the center of the wreath. So I just kept bringing that wreath back over, checking the color, adding more color if it needed it. Once that was done, it was time to start putting this card together. It's very simple. So I went ahead and I already had adhesive on the back of that frame that I cut. Again, this is from the Inside Scalloped Rectangles die set from Craft & Desert Divas, just released this month. I went ahead and peeled the backing paper off that. I started using my Quick Sticks tool to get the backing paper off. I kind of hurt my fingernail trying to get the backing paper off with it, so I learned my lesson the hard way. But once I had that off, I'm going to go ahead and place it down very carefully. This is some very sticky tape and a very thin frame from cardstock, so I had a little trouble with it, but I just took my time and got it down and centered. Once that was done, I went ahead and I had fun foam and double-sided adhesive already on the back of that wreath that I had colored in earlier and fussy cut as well. I'll go ahead and place it down right in the top center. And then my little hula girl, I've got more fun foam on the back of her. Peel up the backing paper, and I'm going to place her right in the bottom right hand corner. Now for the Shake Your Grass skirt, I wanted it a little bit at an angle, but not too much. So I put some more fun foam on the back of it as well with some double-sided adhesive. And then I'll just place that right over the wreath, slightly at an angle, not too much, but just a little bit for some interest to this very simple card. So I've got that fun foam right on the back of it, peel up the backing paper, and quickly place that down. Like I said, slightly at an angle, not much at all. So to add a little bit more interest to this card, I'm going to be using these Nouveau drops. This is the sugared almond color. You can find these in the Craft and Desert Divas shop. I find these are best for me to add little accents to cards. I don't use a lot of elements or accents on my cards, but these are perfect, especially for us clean and simple card makers. Now I also added a little bit of shimmer with my clear Winkastella glitter brush pen. I just added a little bit of shimmer on the flowers and then on her hair as well. Now this is one that I have refilled with water. I'll leave that video in the top right hand corner if you want to see how to do that. It's very simple and easy to do. I'm just going to quickly color over her hair and her grass skirt as well for that little bit of shine. Once that was done, that finished off this card. It was that simple. Now as always, I'm going to leave you guys with this close-up and a few pictures as well. On the left side of your screen, you're going to see a few different links you can click on. The top will take you to a video you might enjoy watching next. The bottom left will take you to the supply list for this card. And the bottom right will subscribe you to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching today, and happy crafting!